the talents of your heritage go under the hammer tonight. However, to all of you here tonight, good evening to this wonderful Normansfield Entertainment Hall come theatre. I wanted to say to you very quickly, and online as well, if of course you're watching online, you're just seeing me, but not this wonderful theatre. The theatre, a Grade 2 star listed theatre, built originally as an entertainment hall in 1877. It's a very rare example of a private Victorian theatre containing original painted scenery and other ornate fixtures and fittings. Of course, I spoke to one gentleman, he said, "Charles, how wonderful. The flowers almost capture the hint of the aesthetic on your stage, with the gilded flowers, the wrought-iron work, and the detail very much has an association." It's wonderful also for our association to be here tonight, where we've been now since February supporting the Down Syndrome Association, a wonderful charity in which obviously all proceeds from our hire to your refreshments, to everything else, goes towards a wonderful cause indeed. If you haven't, from what we know is the Langdown Centre now, do take away one of these tonight. It gives you all the context of this wonderful room, and do see Leslie and team again if ever you feel the need to hire, feel the need to make a donation towards a really wonderful charity and cause as well. Right. Good evening again online. Good evening as we dial up our friends over the world. We have, for our first lot tonight, 4 phone lines. Good evening, Jonathan Newby. Good evening to you. Good evening, Sue Haswell. Good evening, Christopher Kirkham. Live on the phone tonight, steering with love, Russian treasures by that great court name of Fabergé. Good evening online. Welcome to our sale tonight. With a very humble honour, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce now the following two lots we shall be selling in numerical order. Lot number 1000 and lot number 1001. Two quite hugely rare Fabergé flowers, beloved by royalty, which in the next 10-20 minutes we will see bloom all over the world. They are simply, these two lots, objects of fantasy, beloved by the royalty, beguiling objects, of course, made by that great name Fabergé, famous for the imperial Easter eggs. These are two forgotten Fabergé flowers, recently rediscovered in a shoebox with a French tea towel as a coating. And I might even offer the tea towel to the buyers tonight as a memory, as a legacy to how they were found. Their rarity is unrivaled. The botanical studies are really quite refined, capturing, replicating nature's perfect symmetry and beauty. Transient forms, fugitive colours, with stamens, petals and leaves, made permanent, almost a snapshot of nature's history in precious metals, hard stones and enamels. Inspiring for us today, as Fabergé was inspired, as we know, by classical antiquity, but also inspired by the Japanese and the prevailing Chinese fashions of the second half of the 19th century. We simply know the name Fabergé is renowned throughout the world for quality of craftsmanship and ingenuity. Peter Carl Fabergé was born in the year 1846. He dazzled and delighted royalty in Russia and around the world. Now it's my turn with these two creatively intricate, wonderfully designed, astonishing flowers. Made of the finest materials, objects of fantasy, and the ultimate in luxury. Objects to delight, and delight they certainly have. Peter Carl Fabergé died in 1920, and his legacy simply lives on. To our buyers on the world phones tonight, of course, provenance is king in the art of selling and also in telling a story. Lady Juliet Duff is very important to the story of these flowers. We know that she lent the majority of her splendid collection of Fabergé animals and flowers to an exhibition, and one of the best items she gave to an exhibition in the 1930s was a barberry spray, which would be offered as lot 1001. Lady Juliet's enthusiasm for Fabergé's works was derived from a Russian bloodline. Her mother was the Marchioness of Ripon, who was a notable customer of Fabergé in London, and that Lady Juliet did inherit and also carried on her collecting. She had notable heritage. Lady Juliet was a well-known figure in royal artistic and musical circles. Friends of Oscar Wilde, Terence Rattigan, the Prime Minister, Sir Winston Churchill, a familiar face at court, and a close friend of King George V and Queen Mary. We know their rarity between 1907 and 1917. One decade, only 34 flower studies were actually crafted. The enthusiasm lives on, and now it's time for one last time from Hansons to our buyers around the world to celebrate a moment caught in time with these wonderful, wonderful flowers. It brings me to lot 1000, Carl Fabergé, an extremely rare study of a dwarf morning glory, Convolvulus tricolor by Carl Fabergé. Look at that delicate climber, showing growing up from the earth in a white hardstone pot, supported on an aventurine quartz jade plinth. The stems and tendrils are gold, and the heart-shaped leaves are carved from the finest nephrite. The flower on the enamel cane reveals open flower heads and buds, which are delicately painted with enamels and centred by rose-cut diamonds. We know the provenance. Lady Juliet Duff, the only child of the 4th Earl Lonsdale and his wife Constance Robinson, Marchioness of Ripon. There is no online bidding, but enjoy the ride. We're live on the phone. Good evening to our room here tonight at Hansons in Teddington. And I'm going to begin and ask tonight, for lot 1000, do I see £80,000? I'm asking the room tonight, good evening, I'm asking £80,000 for this simply astonishing morning glory. £80,000 I'm asking. I'll go to the phones first of all. 80,000. £80,000 I'm bid, asking 90. £80,000, asking 90. 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, asking. £100,000 I'm bid, asking 110. 110, 120. I'm bid £120,000. Good evening, London. Good evening, the world. We are live at 120,000. I'm asking 130,000 now. 130, 140. 140. We'll bid 140,000. 150. 160. I'm asking 160 in the room. 160, 170. We are live at £170,000. I'm asking your phone line, Jonathan, 180,000. Out. 170. Bid in the room, in this sunlight of evening glory. On the phones, I'm asking 180. Good evening, 180, 190. 190, Chris Kirk. Out. I'm bid £180,000. In the room, I'm asking 190. In the room, bid me on either phone line, Jonathan, Chris Kirkham, make a memory for one night only. I'm asking either of you 190,000. Chris, out. 180. Asking 190. We're live. You're out in the room. And I shall sell to the middle phone. First time. Make a memory. Life's too short. Asking 190 with love. We sell our first Fabergé lot at £180,000. Going, sold. It's yours, sir. Congratulations. Well done, sir. Give it a round of applause. £180,000. Sue, and your buy number, please, is. I know who it is, that's fine. 8001. Thank you very much. We go to the talent now of lot number 1001. Our study of Barbary, the thorny gold stem, naturally carved and chased to support leaves and berries, carved from Siberian jade and purpurine. The whole is supported in a specimen vase carved from flawless rock crystal. It's vivid, it's emotive, and importantly signed with the housemark of Fabergé's biggest talent after Peter Carl Fabergé, the initials of the workmaster, Henri Wikström. Provenance, Lily Duff, exhibited in a Russian art exhibition at Belgrave Square, the 13th of July, 1935, catalogue number JJ. A wonderful object, more refined, more sophisticated, and signed by Fabergé. Our phone lines are live. Put me in, do I see £100,000? I'm asking 120, 130, 140, bid me 150,000. Bid. We are live at £150,000. I'm asking your phone, Chris Kirkham, 160. 150, I'm bid. I'm asking 160. £150,000. It's your phone, Jonathan Newby. I'm asking 160 on Sue's line. I've got your bid at 150, Jonathan. You're safe at 150. 160 bid. Jonathan, asking you please 170. Bid. No more. We're out. £160,000. I'm asking 170. At £160,000, I'm asking now 170. It's your phone, Sue. I'm asking 170. We're out in the room. Goodbye to the Barbary. Goodbye to the master craftsman, the master worker. I will take 170. One for the road, or I shall sell. Fair warning, at £160,000. It's your phone, Sue, and I shall sell. Fair warning. Out, Jonathan. Out, Chris Kirkham. Thanks for the memories. It's been a journey, and I shall sell. All out. Goodbye to Russia with love. At £160,000. Going. 160,000. You're out, Jonathan? Just to be sure, I'd hate to miss one bid. We are selling, good evening, at 160. £1,000. Well, we have indeed. Don't worry about that. We're going at 160. Good night. All the best. So, it's your suit. £160,000. Thank you for sharing a night's memory and moments. And we wish you all that Fabergé with love and a good evening. Thank you very much for coming tonight to a real evening to remember. Thanks ever so much. Wow. Enjoy it.
I'm going to go and ambush Charles. Charles,
yes,
can we have a quick word, please?
Well,
the atmosphere in the room was...
Experience that moment when we very much celebrate history, celebrate a real treasure, and say to this room and that room online, good night with a very special going gone. It's been emotional, it's been exciting, exhilarating, and for me, one chapter of a memory in my career as an auctioneer. And thank you, Peter Fabergé. That's life.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, a lot of people are putting messages on your Facebook page to say, well done, congratulations, good on you, well done. There's just multiple messages coming in. I just want to paint the picture here. It's absolutely hot in this room. Do you think it's hot with anticipation of all this build-up? Everybody was just holding their breath out there. I don't know if you could hear it from the stage.
I think it's the energy, the excitement, it's the energy of the room, it's the line of expectation. What will they make? And I'm watching to buyers in the room bidding. It was one of those nights which I will simply never forget.
You're going to cherish that one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Charles, for the entertainment too. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
That was wonderful. Helen's just sitting there. She's
Enjoy.
not got much to say. She's quite shocked.
Just...
Look at the room. The sun's streaming in. Thanks for joining us live in London tonight. I daren't turn it around, but I'm going to. Look, whoa, hang on, there you go. I've got a lot going on behind me. Let's just spin around so you can see the room. We've been live in London. Yes, Jonathan, you can't be watching somebody else buy something expensive. That's always the way I prefer to do my shopping. I'm not a big spender myself. In fact, I had my hands full, so I couldn't really bid tonight, unfortunately. And I was using my phone to do Facebook Live, so it wasn't possible to vote with to bid with those guys behind me over there. But I'm going to tell you now, the anticipation was huge. So if you missed the start of this Facebook Live, spin it back. You can probably see that I haven't been in makeup because I'm perspiring under the sunshine, the fading sunlight. Should we go and have one last look at the Fabergé before they go home? Hold on a second. Come on, come with me. Let's just go and I'm going to turn the camera around. One last look before they go. Look, here's our security guards. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Your job's nearly finished.
Nearly.
Nearly. Look, I'm just going to come around here and look. There they are.
Yeah.
They're going away now.
While the guys are there, because from their background,
Who knows? I might go and ask Sue in a minute.
It's impossible.
Well, thanks very much for joining us on Facebook Live today. Thank you very much for guarding it, both of them, all day. You're nearly dismissed, but not yet. Thanks very much from London. Tune in next time on Hansons. You never know what you're going to see. Good night.